Party people, I'm so excited when the internet is good and the place is beautiful. And look, this isn't a fake yoga studio background. I'm really in this yoga studio right now. Actually, on the beautiful island of Crete, Greece. There's this incredible scene just out this window. It's like 5 p.m. where I am, and it's still the heat, the height of the heat of the day. And the space I'm in, it's very hot in here. And so we're going to do a very yin practice today, got to be honest with you. But here's the thing, that's also really important because it's summer solstice week. And so we should be like, kind of like a little bit fire activation, but also maximum chilling it out, dreaming, resting, relaxing, like being in the groove with summer solstice. It's not time for new things. It's not time for like asserting. You're gonna, if it's the 20th, you're gonna give yourself plus 5 days. So after the 25th, really after the new moon, that's when it's time to like plant your seeds and get jamming on the next thing. And there's some really good stuff coming up with this next new moon as well. So maybe you want to find your way into the new moon circle to get that download for sure. So we're going to start laying down and really spend quite a bit of our time doing super chill out, probably do a bunch of poses from the belly as well, and just see where that gets us. So welcome to Crete. And we're here doing a whole week retreat that's all about rest, dreaming, and rejuvenation. And you can see the beautiful altar space behind me. But yeah, it's really funny. It looks like a fake background, right? Yeah, I picked the Zoom fake yoga background. Giggle. Go ahead and make your way down to the floor and just let yourself melt. You could have legs extended, you could have knees bent, you could have a bolster or blankets folded under the knees. Just going to hang out here for a second. There's actually bolsters nearby, but just let yourself melt. Arms can be wherever feels comfortable, out to the sides, elsewhere in the body. Probably be doing a breath in a moment, so just feel like you can have the arms wherever allows you to just lay. Couple breaths in through the nose, out through the mouth, letting yourself really melt. Maybe where you're laying down on the floor, you can feel some coolness. Right now, I'm just noticing points of tension in the body, like just what's kind of ratcheted up, right? What feels really wound up or bound up. And I'm not forcing the breath into those places, but just starting to encourage the possibility that my breath could flow into those tight places. I'm also taking note of those places, and I'm going to keep my eye on them throughout our practice to observe and see when those spaces might want to release, if there's any type of movement or breath that I find helpful for that. If I start getting some other feedback, right? A memory or a thought or an emotional pattern, just something also sensational of the senses and sensation in the body. Zoom out to the whole body, taking in the feels, the feedback, the places that are talking to you. There's little micro movements that help you start to explore any of those really bound up places. Mine was like upper lumbar, lower thoracic, right on the spine. Felt absolutely like bound up. So I'm just going to bend the knees and do pelvic tilt, keeping the pelvis on the floor, just to see, is there any part of that pelvic tilt that wants to encourage whatever feels bound up in there, whatever feels like it needs to hold on. And I mean, this could be a lot of things. I'll be honest with you, this could be psoas attachment. This could be like the muscles that run on either side of the spine. This could just be fluid not flowing between the discs. This could be something on the front part of the body, like deep abdominals. This could also be diaphragmic, right? So anatomy helps us name a thing or two, but we still gotta investigate through movement. A couple zigzag twists. Feet are the width of the mat, arms out to the sides, and we're just gonna take ourselves from side to side, turning the head in the opposite direction. So you see, it's so hot today, I got to teach yoga in my romper. Or as the Brits say, dungarees. In America, we call dungarees like denim overalls or dungarees. Dungarees could also be like your denim western wear, but the trousers, the pants. And for all the American friends, pants are underwear in England. Yeah, trousers are pants. Lost in translation. Right when we do twisting, oh, it's like wringing out a cloth for the spine. Moving tension away from the big long muscles and kind of out from the structure of the spine. Then we're going to come back to the center here and bring the hands onto the belly and enjoy a breath, a 3-part breath here. Knees bent, or legs extended, or a bolster blanket under the knees. All options welcome. Any combination of those is welcome. Bring your hands somewhere onto the lower abdomen. Start breathing into the belly. Belly expanding towards the base of the pelvic bowl, into the right and left bowl of the hips, back behind, spine, sacrum. Try to breathe through the back part of the belly, the lower abdomen, and you're touching the floor with the sacrum with each inhale. Now bring the hands a little bit higher into the chest region, maybe the ribs, across the breast or chest. Anywhere that you can really feel the breath moving, anatomy moving, inhaling, chest expanding in all directions. Front and sides, ribs are expanding. You're under the armpits, sides, the ribs in the back body, and especially here, again, we're breathing into the floor. Bend your knees at any time. Shift the hands up towards the shoulder thoracic region, just a fingertip or two are near the collarbones. The elbows are relaxed onto the floor. Breathe into front and back sides here. See how far up the lung tissue goes. Let the hands fall back onto the floor or somewhere resting again comfortably onto the body. And I really feel all the things that you can feel. Feel what feels different. Any of those tight places, release. Go ahead and draw the legs together. Have a big stretch of the arms overhead. Oh, big stretch to the body. Bending knees. And let's come back to those pelvic tilts. This time a little lifting off the floor. We're just going to start with a little micro movement. Exhaling down. Little wiggles at the bottom are also welcome. Inhale, lifting. Each time, maybe we're just a little centimeter higher. And all the way down. After we get that activation through the hips, we can start to feel chest is also lifted. Knees in line with feet, feet in line with knees. No, sorry, knees in line with hip, feet in line with knees. Getting a little activation through the chest. Such a fiery time of year. We've got very fiery astrology. It's a fiery, hot, young moment in the calendar. Let's go ahead and make simple Yoni Mudra. So triangle, bring that onto the lower abdomen, belly, womb space. Just let that connect for a breath. Next inhale, lifting pelvis, lifting that triangle upwards. Gaze through the triangle. Let the triangle come overhead at the height of your lift. Exhale so the arms come. We're still holding up. Gaze through the triangle. And then bring this back down into the womb space. Inhale. Have a look-see. Height of your lift. Exhale. And down. 3 more like this. See if there's a different quality to the activation here with our simple Yoni Mudra. Fire triangle. Two more to go. right? So we work with the fire alchemy. We're not just thinking, ooh, excess fire, so only cooling. In this case, this fire is so potent right now. We got to work with this alchemy. Bring it on back down. Keep the mudra there. If you want something more restful, you could widen the feet, the knees come together if that feels good. I've got the the downward point of my triangle actually right at my pubic bone. My hands are pretty firm on my belly, but arms relaxed. If I really wanted to chill out here, I would put 2 blocks under my elbows so that my arms could relax onto the floor. Breathe into that triangle. Releasing hands, zigzag twist from side to side. And we're about ready for something that's like a forward bend or flexion. Oh, draw the knees in towards the chest, give the legs a hug. There's some tightness back there. Let's start bringing a little dynamic movement in the form of circles. Draw the knees in towards the chest. Let the knees float away from you. And enjoy. In the opposite direction. We're going to take the knees wide and enjoy alternating like a figure 8, alternating circles. And switch directions. And a double leg twist. Well, really, we're rocking side to side. So let's save the double leg twist. Let's first just rock from side to side, getting a good massage on the kidneys. And then we could turn it into double leg twists. Bring both legs to the side and open up in the opposite direction. Try the opposite side. Gotta make sure I'm not gonna lay on the altar. And this is pretty tight for me. So like this arm isn't even reaching the floor comfortably. Bring it on back to the center. And worm my way back to the top of the mat. Legs extended. A little bouncing with the knees. And let's bring one leg up, knee towards chest, Padma and we're going to flex both feet. Nice stretch through the low back. Couple of deep breaths. Inhale, stretch back out and down, switch sides. It's very hot in this room. And inhale, stretch back out. All the way down. Give a few windshield wipers here on the floor. We're going to take a big flip over onto the belly and do some series of poses from there. Starting with the baby cobra. Try to get this hair in order. Okay, hands are by side of chest. Legs together, feet together for the most part. Easing belly into the floor, lifting with upper back muscles. Just enough to be able to roll the shoulders, squeeze shoulder blades together, big breath in. Exhale all the way down, put your forehead down on the floor, take a breath. And breathe into the whole spine, breathe like you're fluffing every single vertebra in the spine. Let's do that a few times. Inhale. Lifting, rolling the shoulders, squeezing the shoulder blades together. And exhaling down, resting breath. So we're not really squeezing the glutes here. It's more of a fitness approach. Just letting the sacrum and tailbone have some space. How about one more inhale up? Roll shoulders, squeeze shoulder blades together. Lift up the hands. Feel all that activation in the front part of the body. Arms are lifted. Interlace the hands behind you if that's something accessible. Squeeze shoulder blades together and lift. Nice breath in. Exhale, float the arms all the way forward. Adva Asana, reversed corpse pose. Arms extended, forehead on the floor. Allow yourself to melt. Hands in line with shoulders lifting, opposite arm and leg. Right arm, left leg lifts. This is half locust. Left arm, right leg. Opposites. Flex that foot as you lift. Really get that full activation on the back of the leg. Nice. Legs together, feet together. Arms by the side of the body, locust pose. We've already got the chest lifted. We could lift a little bit more. Engage the legs. Everything lifts off the floor. Chest, legs at the same time. Big breath in. Exhale, Superwoman, those arms forward and down, Advaasana. Melt. Sphinx pose. Elbows under the shoulders. Lifting up, pressing into the floor, gazing forward. We're going to hang out here for a few breaths. It's a beautiful resting pose. We're going to turn this into Makara Asana, crocodile pose. Elbows come onto the floor, chin into the hands. It's easier to hold so we can hold for longer. And you can adjust those elbows to find the sweet spot. Forward, back, away from, closer to one another. We're going to let ourselves really melt here for a few breaths. Breathe to all the places where you felt that congestion, that confusion. If any part of this felt unstable, you could draw the navel inward slightly to stabilize. Helpful in any of these back bends from prone position. Sometimes if there's a lot of tension in the jaw, it doesn't feel so good to really rest the weight of the head into the hands. Feel free to play around with that. Big breath in. Exhale, walk the elbows forward. First, we just spend a little time in neutral spine, Advaasana. And then we're going to draw up the fishtail. Bend your knees. Flap the fishtail gently from side to side. Another crocodile. You're gonna walk the feet wide and then turn the heels inwards. Cross the wrists and rest the chin there. Breathe to the belly. Slowly walk the feet back together. And while you're doing that, like give it a little traction, like come onto the toes and stretch out of the hips. We're coming up and back into child's pose. Take your time after those back bends. We need a little movement. Let's come on to hands and knees, cat pose, breathing, fingers spread nice and wide. Arching, looking up, exhale, spine towards ceiling. Side to side, inhale, center. Exhale, turn the head, find a heel. Inhale, center. Exhale. Another place where you could draw the navel inwards, stabilizing spine. Back to center here. We're dropping just the chest and moving just the chest. So thoracic spine stretch. Keep the head neutral. We're going to turn this into a rotation. So you're dropping the front part of the right, the front part of the left. You're lifting back part of the left, back part of the right, like a little circle. Fingers spread wide. Switch. Left chest, right chest, right shoulder, left shoulder blade. Relax the jaw while you do this. Nice. We're ready for another child pose. I'm going to do a little bit from lunge position. So I'm grabbing this blanket to give myself a little extra padding across my knees because why not? And I'm going to make sure that when I use a blanket as a prop that it's folded really neatly and not lumpy. It's not going to be a good help. Right knee down, left leg forward, and a little bit of forward and back. Back toes tucked under, back toes not tucked under. Leave it up to you. Make it a little bit wider. Hands come to the inside and circle to the outside. You'll decide how wide you want that wide. Oh, yeah. We're going to have back toes tucked under, this outstretched foot. We're going to tilt the hips forward with a little pulley system stretching front hamstring. Last one on this side, you're going to bring this foot to the outside. So I'm going to turn so you can see what I'm doing. And we're going to take this adductor stretch, side body stretch, like inner thigh, side to side. If I get low enough, you can see me in my fake studio. Could be toes tucked under, could be not tucked under as well. And a little bit of holding. So we're going to switch legs. First, we started with just forward and backward lunge. About 10 of those. Might take it a little farther forward. Get those hands to the inside. Circles to the outside. Back to center this time. Back toes are tucked under. Front leg extends. Hands are on either side. Gonna like pulley system. Tilt the hips forward. Big stretch to the front leg. Little baby Hanumanasana. Slowly coming up. I'm going to pivot this way. You're going to turn this foot outwards, this knee's down, kind of foot in line with knee, and we're going to take this side lunge. Adductor stretch. I don't really have any weight on this lower arm. Oh, la, la. And hold. Can I make it? Back to center, child's pose. Making a little space here. Downward facing dog. Fingers spread wide. Toes tucked under. You can decide how wide you'd like the feet. Pedaling through backs of legs. Enjoying a little decompression of the spine. Optional upward facing dog, toes together. You're gonna roll over those toes. Push tops of the feet and shins into the floor. Really lift up out of the floor, chest forward. You do a fair amount of back bending. This might feel nice. Nice breath in. Exhale, child's pose. Gonna make our way into a seated position. Take my blanket. I'm gonna fold it differently. Here in my fake studio. One leg's extended. I'm seated right on the edge of my blanket so that my hips are tilting forward. If you can remember back to this is technically the last of our technical springtime practice. Next week will be officially summer. If you can think through our springtime practices, springtime activation, expansion, been doing a lot of seated forward folds, seated twists, still good stuff because it really like activates the liver, moves some of that digestive heat. Oh, I had like a digestive heat episode yesterday with all this fire. And I was so thankful that I'm carrying this Tibetan medical remedy with me that's just basically like mint and pepper, like things to move, but also things to cool. Fennel, move gas and stuff like that. Wow, it was like, I could feel the heat in my stomach, like way out here, just expressing. I was like, damn, this fire season is huge, but we're seeing it. We're seeing it in the moods of people and in the leadership and all the things. So let's keep ourselves in alignment and check in this fire alchemy. Okay, we're going to bring the right foot straight back, Janusrasasana. Pressing on the inside, extended foot flex. Breathe in, stretch up. Exhale, reach forward. Reach the comfortable amount for you. So you can stretch evenly with both arms. And with your next inhale is bring it on up. You must try that in the opposite direction. Or opposite side. Okay. All right, might give a little sweep to the flesh. Draw. Left leg straight back. Every once in a while, I gotta check. Inhale, stretch up. Exhale, reach forward. Reach evenly with both arms. Next inhale. Exhale, down. Stretch both legs. While we're here, Paschimottanasana, seated forward fold. Inhaling, stretching up. Exhaling, forward fold. Water face stretch. Feels like a good idea. Inhale up. Take a resting breath, hands behind. Could be head back, could be ear towards the shoulder, could just be head in the center. We're going to do a twist from here, Marichyasana 1, legs extended. This is another pose we've been cultivating. We're going to bring the right foot over the left. Wrap, we've got wrist. So right leg, left arm, wrist. Backhand pushes the chest forward. We've got elbow. We've got elbow to the outside. Extended foot flexed. Big breath in. Exhale, center. Switch sides. Left leg, right arm. Backhand pushes chest forward, turning towards the space behind you. Could be with elbow. Could be with elbow to the outside. Nice breath in the pose. So really you want that like backhand pushing the chest forward. Not sure it's really gotten any warmer or cooler in this room. Sukhasana, easy pose. I'm very thankful for this romper. It's like letting some of the air move. Woo. Same principle here. One hand comes across, backhand pushing the chest forward, turning towards the space behind us. If it's not very comfortable, that backhand can also be on a block. Nice breath in. Inhale. Exhale and twist. Big breath in the pose. Exhale, center, and here we are. Seated position. Couple of breaths at the end of our practice. Just see what's shifted with the breath. Seems like a good opportunity for a little Nadi Shuddhi Pranayama. So you could either hold with this Nasagara Mudra, so index finger and middle finger pulled down. You could do that. You also do one finger. Take a big breath in. Close the right nostril, exhale left. Inhale left. Pinch both nostrils briefly, exhale right. Inhale right. Exhale left. That's one round. Let's do 4 more. Last round. Exhale left. Take a few breaths. And just tune in to what comes next. A Shavasana, a Yoga Nidra, seated meditation, some hydration, some sketching, drawing, beading, knitting. This is your creative summer solstice retreat time. Enjoy yourself. Keep your cool. I'll see you in meditation week. New moon next week. All the things. See you soon.